Okay, it's 2 a.m. I'm watching YouTube. So pump.fun, pump and dump.fun. That's the point. Get into how to launch a token. I don't give a shit about it. Like how a token moves its liquidity and moves onto the main chain, and how people buy in, and the different methods in which people get buys in there really early. But love this guy. I mean, I'm watching his channel. Like nothing wrong with him. The thing is, all these YouTubers have no idea about crypto. Oh, they scam people. Early buyer sold out early. They must have known about it. Go on GitHub, type in sniper bot, and you can just download a bot that will, as soon as a pump.fun token comes out, it will buy some of it. It's kind of like gambling. It's not scamming people. So a little case example. If I'm Michael Jordan and I'm selling shoes, I make a commercial and I sell you my shoes and you buy my shoes just because I'm Michael Jordan. And then the shoes start falling apart because the glue wasn't put on together, right? And the platform in which you sold your shoes on happened to be made of Chinese robots. When your shoes start falling apart, you start yelling at Michael Jordan, hey, why are my shoes falling apart? It's not his fault. He didn't do it. It's the company. It's the pump and dump company, the shoe pump and dump company. And so here we are. Look at this.
These people leaked or insider traded the token. We noticed a random spike in volume on the coin the day we did the podcast, along with random messages asking if we did the podcast.
So a random spike in buying the coin after you did the podcast? That's weird. Like almost like people were told about the coin and then they bought it after it was going up because that's what you do in crypto. Weird. I don't know. Like, so if you notice my last video, like I talked about, like it's not like she didn't do anything. That's just like crypto itself. You want to blame her, go for it. Like she put her name on a stupid project, 100%. But if you invested in a pump and dump token and you got mad at that, that's on you. That's 100% on you. You didn't lose money because you gave it to a pump and dump ICO token. So let's run into how these pump and dumps work, because obviously no one has any idea. So we're going to pull up the website and we're going to go through this. So all of these tokens that people are considering new token launches, blah, 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 are actually just pump.fun tokens. And when you see them on Phantom and things like that, you can see them, it'll link to the pump.fun login thingy. There's a bunch of different scams in which people do on here. We'll just click on this one. And what's it going to say? Devs have pulled the creator has big plans, blah, blah, blah. I'm holding this for all of time. Those comments, bots. All these tokens here, I think I saw it today that it was 60,000 some odd tokens were made today. And so a token launches on pump.fun. It comes in at $0, just absolutely nothing. And if you put in $2, it jumps here. And then the next person puts in $4 and it jumps here. And then that person who put in $2 sells his $2 for $4 and it goes back down to here. It will keep doing that until people start to notice it. And so if you look over here, you see this thing called bonding curve. Bonding curve and King of the Hill process. King of the Hill is the biggest guy on this app, which is kind of doesn't mean too much because people bought this and they automate their own liquidity to go into it. So some of them you'll see it a little more, we'll find one that's more lined up, but you'll look at them and they'll all have the same percentages, but bots have gotten a little bit smarter now. They split up the major percentages. They move it from the original dev, and then people trust the token a little bit more. From there, you have bonding curve process. And so graduate this coin from Radium at 84,000 market cap, which is basically a bunch of SOL. So when it hits the certain amount of SOL, when it hits, I think it's like 100 SOL. When it gets to 100 SOL, they take all the liquidity here and they move it to Radium. And they graduate the token from pump.fun to Radium exchange. Radium will then port it over. I mean, somebody will port it from there to Solflare and everyone else and my own exchange, Meme Coin Wallet. They'll graduate it. You'll be able to see it on other exchanges, and then it's no longer here. The liquidity exists like for real. There's not a real reason to do that, but it allows you to create tokens a lot cheaper and on a social media platform. Pump.fun is a social media platform for tokens. You can live stream while you create the token. People can see what you're doing. They can see who the holders are. It's a really pump dump kind of situation. Things will hit the top of the hill, and there's more coins than you can actually even imagine. Like, it's these things go on for days, and as soon as a new meme pops in, they'll be flooded in here. You hear about these coins all the time. If I would have just invested in Hawk Chua's coin when it was blah blah blah, the people who invested in that coin when it first started were bots. They were robots, and they weren't people. And that person who won it, who actually got that money, probably in India or in Los Angeles or someplace random where they have servers running, and they didn't realize it till like a couple days later. Other people who do that, who saw it, maybe like 5%, under 5% of the people who actually saw any tweet or live stream or anything about it got into the token at any sort of reasonable amount and made money. Everyone else, and if Hawk McTua knew when to sell the coin at a great time in order to crash it, all on her. You fell for it. That's her. She won. Good. But she probably didn't. It was probably a bot, and she was taken advantage of. Just the same as everyone else launching token, launching crypto, blah, 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 blah. No, they're not. They're meme coins, and we'll see if things like Trump's coin and the TikTok coin, which was like they talked about and then they hid under the rugs, and it was official, but now we don't know. It's a whole new world. Right now, we're still in kind of recovery from Mr. Trump launching a token and then everyone launching a token. And because if he raises the green flag, we're all good, right? Hey, my whole issue here is when we're watching things and live streams and videos about people talking about how upset they are, and she launched another token and blah, 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 and then the rug pull again, and blah, blah, blah. It's not a rug pull. It's not a rug pull. Listen up time. Actual definition of rug pull. We create a token and everyone has money in the token and we're trading and the volume is increasing and blah, 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 blah. I take the liquidity, the money that people are trading on. So not like the coins that I have in my wallet. I don't sell them all and just drop the coin. That's just a blanket sell off and just being a dick to the token, I guess. It kind of is a rug pull, but not in a technical sense of what a rug pull actually is. So if I take the liquidity and then I just remove all the liquidity, take all the liquidity out, so people can't even trade, and I floor the coin so it's at zero, that's a rug pull. She doesn't own all the liquidity. The coin's still trading. People still are able to trade it. She didn't rug pull it. She just sold at a high point way too early into the token. And if she's not going to do it, somebody else is, and then it's going to cascade down because it's a brand new token, and that's what every single token has done. So if you want to make a meme coin, go for it. It's most probably not going to work just because it's like betting. Like eventually one's going to land, and if it works, it might be something you did. It's probably not something you did. Buy high, sell low. Just kind of the vibes. People definitely shouldn't stay in their lane. It's super cool that everyone's getting involved in it, but I don't think you should get mad at people for clout.